Thank you to Thomas Moreira for these 5 suggestions. Hello everybody, this is JT Productions and I'm back with another preview and prediction video. Today we'll be doing the Virginia Tech Hokies. Let's do this thing. Last season, Virginia Tech went 6-7, 4-4 in the ACC with a putrid offense and a pretty good defense. Let's see, the most they scored in a game for winning a game was 35 against Middle Tennessee State. Their most scored in a losing effort was against Syracuse with 36. So, putrid offense, pretty good defense. In their wins, they only gave up in their wins. The most was 24 by Virginia, and their losses 54 by Maryland. So, it's a little contrast of everything. The thing is, if the offense is not working, the defense is not going to work in a game. Especially if you're shut down completely on offense, eventually your defense is going to be broken through. But enough of that. Let's look at the notes and see what I think about this team. Virginia Tech, they have a new coaching staff. Brent Pry, the defensive coordinator, former defensive coordinator at Penn State, coming over. Or Pennsylvania State, whichever one it is. I don't know if there's 2 different ones. Like I said, the offense last year is terrible. Probably this year is terrible because he's a defensive head coach. Who knows? It could be better. I doubt it. They have a quarterback controversy. They have multiple transfers at quarterback, so we'll see how that goes. The defense should be to ACC standards, if not better. Transfers include Stephen Gosnell, a sophomore transfer wide receiver from North Carolina. Jaden Blue, a redshirt senior transfer from Temple, wide receiver. Grant Wells, a redshirt sophomore transfer quarterback from Marshall. Jason Brown, a graduate transfer quarterback from South Carolina. And then Feldarius Payne, a senior transfer defensive end from Nebraska. In their Athlon recruiting rankings, they are 40th in the nation over the last 5 years. 34th this year, 44th last year, 76th in 2020, 26th in 2019, and 24th in 2018. Not bad for the ACC. Now, let's look at how they stack up. In my opinion, they have Taj Bullock, redshirt freshman, and Devin Farrell. However, I believe that one of the transfers will get the start. Jason Brown down the stretch last year looked great for South Carolina. However, that could have just been the scheme that he was put in to finish the season. They got, like I said, the 2 transfer wide receivers. We'll see how they pan out. Dwayne Lofton, Caleb Smith already here. Nick Gello and Drake Delius at tight end. Their offensive line is a mixed bag, it looks like. We'll see how they kind of work out. Malachi Thomas, Jalen Holston at running back. And then on defense, no notable names. However, I'm sure that they'll play fine just because of their track record. Now, let's look at the schedule and see how they'll stack up this year. Week 1, they play at Old Dominion. That is not going to be an easy task. A couple of years ago, with a decent Virginia Tech team, went to Old Dominion, I believe, and lost on the road. I'm going to give you the win. However, it could go either way. I'm just saying. Week 2, you host Boston College. Boston College is a team that's going to be pretty good this year. They get Phil Jerkovic back, who was their quarterback before he got injured last year. So he's going to be up and running. And I just think they're going to outplay you, outmuscle you, out everything. And I think you're going to get your first loss at home against Boston College. Week 3, you have Wofford at home. This is just going to be kind of a game to lick your wounds after a loss to Boston College before you play West Virginia at home in Week 4. So you're 2-1 before playing West Virginia. West Virginia's going to drag you up and down the field. It does not matter if your defense is mid to lower tier SEC defense. You're not going to completely shut down West Virginia's offense, and that's what you would have to do to win this game. So you're 2-2, then you have to go to North Carolina. I'm going to give you the win. I think North Carolina's going to have some growing pains of their own, especially going from Sam Howell to a new quarterback and new wide receivers and stuff like that. I do think that you can get the win here, so you start out 3-2. Then you go on the road once again, tough task to do, to Pitt. I think Pitt is going to be in a better situation than North Carolina and you, so I think they get the win, and now you're 3-3. Then you come back home and face Miami. Miami's going to have a good quarterback in Tyler Van Dyke. The only thing they're going to have to figure out is wide receiver position. I'm certain that they'll be able to figure that out by this point in the season. So I think they beat you before you go into your bye week. So you are 3-4 going to your bye week before you have to face NC State in Raleigh. So NC State is no pushover. In fact, they're going to be one of the tougher teams to play in the ACC. Not best, but tougher. And I think they beat you in Raleigh. I think they do. I think, what's his name? Devin Leary. Devin Leary is going to be a great piece for that NC State offense. And I think they get a win. So your losing streak goes to 3. Then you come back home to face Georgia Tech. I think they stun you here, too. I think the losing streak is going to be weighing down on your morale and mentality and stuff like that. So you get to 4 more losses. So you're on a 4-game losing streak. So you are at 4-6. Yeah. No. 3-6. 3-6 before you play at Duke. Now, Duke, in football, they have nowhere near the talent of an FBS school. If you put Duke, Arizona, and Vanderbilt in a conference all by themselves, and they had to play each other multiple times a year to make up a 12-game schedule, they would each come out to probably being 6-6, if not worse. So I think you get the win in Durham, and you come out 4-6 before going on the road again to another Group of 5 team, Liberty. If this was last year, I would probably give the edge to. I would probably give it as a toss-up, honestly, because they had Malik Willis. But since they do not, I'm going to give it to Virginia Tech, especially at this point in the season when you kind of know who you are. So you're 5-6 going to your rivalry week against Virginia. And sadly, I have you losing this game if you watched the last video. Virginia is just going to be a better team offensively than you. And this stage of college football, offenses getting better and better. Defenses as well still needed, but I just think that your defense is not going to be enough, and they're going to win a close one in Blacksburg. So there you go. Virginia Tech 5-7 in Brent Pry's first season as head coach of the Hokies. There's room for improvement. I'm sure that there will be in some improvements. So there's no fret. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I have a playlist of all of these preview predictions on my channel under 2022 preview and predictions. It's split up between the Power 5 conferences. Eventually, if I get to the Group of 5, I'll split it up with them as well. So if you have any suggestions for any more teams, let me know down in the comments, and if I have it done, I will do it. I have all the Power 5s done. I have some Group of 5, but not many. So just keep that in mind. Anyways, have a great day, and go Dogs.